If you hate Pekka Goblin Giant just like I do, I recommend you guys watch this video till the end because I have 3 of my games against different variations of Pekka Goblin Giant. Well, the strategy is the same, they just drop everything at the bridge and 3 crown you, but I will be analyzing my own gameplay here, see how we actually managed to beat them. And the last game was just perfection because in the first 2 games I actually made some mistakes, but the last game was just perfection. Okay, the main plan here, let's give you some tips. When the Pekka walks up to your bomb tower like that, you can actually pull it back with the wall breakers. Obviously that was a really good prediction rage. And usually when there is a goblin giant on the field, I try to block its shots with the knight or miner so it doesn't just damage my bomb tower right away. And whenever they just drop a P.E.K.K.A in the back, I go with bomb tower like opposing lane and 1 tile higher. Like you can rewind back and see what I mean by that. Basically, we will do it here again. And as you can see, I'm cautious about my elixir. I'm not wasting my elixir. Guys, you shouldn't waste your elixir in these types of matches. Here I see that in order to not take damage, he needs to spell my spear goblins away. That's why I pressure, but he decides to let it go and build up a big push. Here I go with Evo Bats just to force out something, and we were actually successful. We force out arrows. Here I don't go the bomb tower in that position. I go it like this and then pull back the P.E.K.K.A again with the wall breakers, and this time we did it so perfect that P.E.K.K.A couldn't even kill a wall breaker. And then we defend the P.E.K.K.A with the knight, and then we go with the bats on top of the machine, and then we pressure with the miner, as you can see. And then I go with wall breakers immediately because I know he's gonna arrows the bats, but he actually waited because this guy was a bit experienced. But it doesn't matter here because look at the HP on the tower. I pressure on the left knowing that his hand is really awkward. Look at his hand, guys. He doesn't even has his rage. He's back to rage now, but even if he drops it now, it's gonna put him in such an awkward spot. And look at that, we forced out the goblin giant there because he didn't want to drop his rage on top of the spear goblins. So he just wasted his goblin giant. And then we don't stop here, we just pressure non-stop with the wall breakers and miner and bats. And we get another free 1k damage on his tower, and that is just GG. See you guys in the next game. Here we face another one. As you can see, he has the P.E.K.K.A and goblin giant in his hand, and guess what? He just starts with a P.E.K.K.A in the back first play. Here I split my wall breakers just like as always, and I know that my wall breaker is gonna connect. I use my miner just to pull the P.E.K.K.A back so my bats get on the tower, so we force out the rage. It's totally fine. We are down a bit because he has a P.E.K.K.A, and when there's a P.E.K.K.A coming down the lane, I go with a knight in the back opposite lane, and then I go the bomb tower in that position as I said. Then we pull back everything, and look at the knight. The knight comes back just to DPS down the goblin giant. If I go with knight on the left side, it's just gonna get killed by the P.E.K.K.A. But since I dropped it on the opposite lane, he actually came back and helped out on defense, and that was really good. I think that was the best defense I could have done because I spent a bit on the offense there, so I had to do a really good defense. Then we pressure here knowing that he doesn't have his best cards in his hand. Like, first of all, if you need to beat like any matchup, you need to be aware of your opponent's cycle and elixir, and that comes mostly from experience. Honestly, there isn't really a cheat code for that. For example, you ask people, how do you count elixir or how do you track your opponent's cycle? There isn't really a general tip on that. I might give you some tips on comments when you ask me, but like most of it comes from practice and experience. There isn't really an easy way for it. Here I go with wall breakers just to punish him even more because I know that he's not gonna be able to arrows. Even if he does, it's gonna put him even in a worse spot. So he goes goblin giant and everything. We go bomb tower, and when there is more than 3 units, you are allowed to poison, especially if it's double or triple. If it's single elixir, I don't recommend you go with poison on top of your opponent's cards, but more than that, and like more than 2 troops, and if it's double or triple, it's good, you're allowed to do it. And here I realized that there is no way I save tower. I just defend to not get 3 crown, and we pulled the Pekka back with the wall breakers. That was such a good pull by the wall breakers, and he predicted my arrows. I mean, predicted my Evo bats with the arrows. That was well played from him. Gotta give it to him. And then we pressure with the minor wall breakers. He defends it here because of the Vines spell and the rocket. But look at here, guys. See his hand. He has Pekka ready. I have my Spirit Goblins. I predict his Pekka in the middle because I know that he's gonna be trying to predict my, destroy my bomb tower with the Pekka. So I predict his Pekka in the middle, and we pressure with the minor wall breakers, and we get the W here. That was a perfect match. And finally, guys, this is the game I told you about. This game was just perfection, okay? I don't think I made any mistakes here. Okay, I go wall breakers in the back. After seeing the Pekka, I pressure with the knight at the bridge because he spent a whole 7 elixir there. So I know that I'm gonna get some good value off of this trade no matter what. Then we go bomb tower like this. I wonder why I did it low. Maybe there was a reason for it. Anyways, I go with minor like that. And then wall breakers to pull the Pekka back. Look at that, guys. Both towers are, not the both towers. The bomb tower and the right side tower is just DPSing out the Goblin Giant. And then we abuse the bomb just to take out the Spirit Goblins. That defense was just perfect, bro. We took some damage, but I think that was the best we could have defended. We are down a bit, so as I said, I'm not really wasting my elixir. After seeing the Goblin machine in the back, I pressure with the bats and knight at the bridge, and then I don't support it anymore, because if I go with minor, I know that he might ignore it and pressure. So I go with defensive minor on the machine, and I lock the left side tower just to not get many damage from the cards, and then we pull the Pekka back with the wall breakers, and that was just a perfect pull. The Pekka doesn't even touch my wall breakers, and we get a connection with the small wall breakers here. Then we block the EVs, and here I go with Spirit Goblins at the bridge just to force out his rage, but he doesn't drop his rage. He drops his Goblin Giant, but honestly that wasn't even a good play because now I can go with bomb tower, and the Goblin Giant actually got nerfed, so the Goblins are spawning a bit slower, if you can actually see the difference. So he didn't drop his rage, and I have my bats. I pressure here, I know that he's gonna rage, right? Then we go with wall breakers immediately. He goes with bomber, but he doesn't drop his EVs. That was a bit weird, if you ask me. He could have just defended it for no damage. I don't know why he did it, but I go with knight opposite lane, and I do the trick again. Bomb tower and the knight opposite lane. And then we pull the cards to the right side with the minor and bats, and we are back to a new knight and a new bomb tower. Just watch this defense, guys. I don't want to talk, just watch. We log everything, and the bomb takes out the Spirit Goblins, and that was just a top tier defense. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. Thanks for watching till the end. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You know what? If this video gets 50 likes in the first 24 hours, we can do like a second part of the video. Just tell me which decks you would like to see in this series, where I just cover 3 of my games against these types of decks. Like it can be Mega Knight, Logbait, or Splash Yard. Just let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.